This recipe will not be posted on CaribbeanPod.com because there is nothing Caribbean about it. What it is and what I have here is chicken wings, big chicken wings here. Look at the size of these babies. It's a nice big, look at the drumettes. I'm telling you, boy, what I have here, and I really don't want to cross-contaminate and all that, is chicken wings. I think there is 2.5, almost 3 pounds of chicken wings in there. And what I like doing is brining it for a couple hours. So we've got water, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of salt, 2 scallions. I've got the Scotch bonnet pepper, you can see, I just cut it in half. I've got fresh thyme and garlic in there. I allow the chicken wings to sort of soak in there or marinate to pull in all those flavors. Yeah, you can see all that niceness is in there. And if you don't believe me with the thyme, there is that thyme. The garlic is down in the bottom down there somewhere. And what this does, it allows for the chicken to be, one, take on a lot of flavor. So this is my sort of seasoning part of things. And two, it allows it to be nice and juicy once they're fried. I left the wing tips on there. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally don't like the wing tips, but I just left it on there so you can identify what the wing part is, the sort of flap is. But anyhow, you gotta brine it for a couple hours. So now what I'm gonna do is to remove them from the brine and pat them as dry as I can. What we're making is a buffalo style, and this is why I said there's nothing Caribbean about it, buffalo style hot honey wing. I did wash the bowl, the same bowl that it was in, and I dried it. And what I'm doing is using the paper towel now to sort of make sure and try and get most of that moisture. And it's because we had that salty sugar, the sort of balanced brine. You're gonna see it's gonna really release a lot of liquid. Yeah, so as best as you can dry them and then toss them into the bowl there. And the reason for tossing it into the bowl is because I've got another step I like doing. And this is a recipe well, not a recipe, something I teased on Instagram quite a while ago, and everybody was, yo man, Chris, you gotta share it. Uncle Chris, come on, you're holding back on the recipe. So I thought, you know, Super Bowl is this weekend. All of this is gonna go into the rubbish. Yeah. Put this down here. I thought with the Super Bowl around the corner, why not share it? And again, it won't be posted on CaribbeanPod.com. So next up, I've got the remnants of my cornstarch. And the reason for the cornstarch now is because once we make, and I'm making a mess in my kitchen now with this cornstarch. Once we make the hot honey sauce that we're gonna toss these in, when we fry it, what's gonna happen is gonna help it be more crispy. Plus, on the exterior here with the cornstarch, it's gonna suck up that hot honey buffalo sauce, yeah? So all I'm gonna do is go ahead and toss this. And I'm just gonna leave it in the bowl. I'm just gonna get it in my hands because I wanna make sure it's all coated with that cornstarch, yeah? Let's jump into making the hot honey sauce now before we fry these off. Now, as far as the hot honey sauce, that sort of buffalo sauce that everyone tends to like, I've got 3 tablespoons of butter in there, 3 tablespoons of, well, 2.5 tablespoons of hot sauce, and that is just Frank's, just plain old Frank's hot sauce. I'm not the biggest fan of it because I find there's too much vinegar. And I have my, you can use just plain old honey, totally cool, but I have my habanero infused honey that I'm just going to put in there as well too. So pretty much almost equal parts of everything. And my stove is off. I guess I'm going to have to make some more of that hot honey. Hot honey. And all you would do, you would turn your stove off and on at this point on a sort of a medium-low temperature. I just want to melt that butter and combine all those flavors in here. I'm using salted butter, so I don't have any use for adding salt in here. But if you want to add a pinch of salt, by all means do that. And it won't take long. You just want to sort of combine, make sure that butter melts and combine everything. You can see it's already starting to come together. Oh man, does it ever smell like Very vinegary, that Frank's, I tell you. Frank, too much vinegar rasta. Anyhow, you see what's going on here. Now, if you want to put some pepper flakes in there, some cayenne powder and stuff like that, you can certainly do that, but this is the most common way to do this. I was about to say basic, but basic sometimes is all you need. So we're just going to give this another minute until everything comes together, and then we're going to start frying those wings. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with what I have here. I'm just going to move this off this burner, put my frying pan here now, and just look at that. Proper things, boy. I mean, as if I was doing a Caribbean version of this, you know, your boy was going crazy with these Scotch bonnet and all kind of jerk flavors and all kind of, yo man, even a masala flavor. But for now, this is what you're getting, because this is what you asked for on the Instagram. All right, push you aside, and we're gonna put the frying pan there. And you may use any oil you like using. I am just using a vegetable oil. Well, the last of Uncle Chris vegetable oil going in this here. But fear not, I'm from the Caribbean, so you know I'm straining this oil after, filtering it out, and I'm using it again for frying my little fish and thing. Anyhow, medium high heat. You want your oil anywhere from 325 to 350 Fahrenheit, yeah? Now if you can deep fry these, I'm sort of shallow frying it because it's all the oil that I have left. And I like doing the drumettes first because they tend to be bigger. I don't want to crowd them, but if you can deep fry them, it'll be a lot better because you get more even cooking. So what I'm going to do is about 5 to 7 minutes on this side, and I'm going to flip them over and, you know, cook the other side until they're nice and crispy. I may go a little bit longer, but it depends on how big the chicken wings are. But again, 325 to 350, and you will be good. Now, I'm not sure if you all can see it, but I'm getting a slight crust on the outside, and that is from the cornstarch that we dusted the wings in. And it's only been about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, but I'm already getting there, a lovely crust. Because what's going to happen is, with that crust, the sauce, that hot honey sauce, buffalo hot honey sauce, is going to adhere or stick to it a lot better. They're fully cooked. I got a nice crust on them, beautiful color. So what I have here is my bowl. I'm going to be tossing them in. I'm just going to give them a quick shake as I take them out. Toss them into the bowl, and you hear that? You hear that? Ha ha! And they're in the bowl here. And the reason for the bowl, the metal bowl especially, is because I'm going to toss them in the sauce in there now and get ready to enjoy. But we still got that other batch there that still needs to go. So there we go, we've got them there. I'll quickly share something with you all, very personal. But you notice all this splattering and everything that's happening all over the kitchen floor and all that? I hate cleaning up after frying, anything grease related. So very rare do I make fried foods like this. So maybe this is why I need to invest in a deep fryer where everything will be confined in there. But for now, we've got the second batch. I'm just going to hit them a little flip because they're starting to firm up a little bit, and I want the coloration to be even. Yeah? Usually you'll find that the flats will take less time to cook because they will have, well, they're flat, and the shape of them helps for frying easier. Just going to turn my heat down a little bit, tossing them into the same bowl that I have there. Then it's just a matter of using half of the sauce to toss them in, and the other half I'm going to serve it. Well, technically I'm not eating any of this. My daughter is eating this because I'm making curry stew wings for me. Totally different. Stove off. On goes that sauce. And then I'm going to hit them a nice toss just to finish off things, yeah? Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me. Again, not a Caribbean recipe, but something very much requested after I shared, well, I teased it on Instagram.